We're going to go ahead and do a reading specifically for twin flames, for the divine feminine, for the divine masculine collective, just to see what is going on. Today we have a Jupiter and Chiron alignment, which is huge. So it's like planet of luck meets trauma healing, right? Because Chiron holds our deeper wounds and things that are being triggered. I think this is very important to the twin flame journey too. So you might feel like you have stuff coming up today. This is the first of a 3-part series of this alignment. So we have today, then November 2nd, Jupiter and Chiron are going to meet back up, and then they're going to meet up in May of 2025. Pay attention to what you're dealing with, processing, or healing today, as these are the themes that are going to continue through that last alignment in May too. So you may be having old wounds come up too. Sometimes Chiron deals with our childhood wounds. This could be feeling unlovable, rejection, especially this can play a part in the twin flame journey too, or some of the cycles that are playing out too. Sometimes these are deeper areas that we need to work on. It could have a lot to do with even past lifetimes and things that you're looking at, but it's all about transmuting those inner wounds into wisdom and knowledge too. So sometimes that's like the alchemy, right? This is transmutation and alchemizing those deeper areas where we may need it too. So there's a lot of very positive energies in the air. Jupiter brings faith, hope, expansion, and even abundance. And of course, then we have this right other energy, which it could be bringing painful areas to the surface or triggering things to the surface that you may need to work on. Just kind of depends on what's going on for you. We're going to start with a reading for the divine feminine first, of course. Remember, this is just a general collective reading, so only take what resonates for you, for your situation. That's why I always say do those one-on-one reading phone calls through my website. They're going to help you a ton. I am an energy healer. I have tons of healing sessions on my website, clearings and activations. Make sure you're doing more of that too. I also do twin flame coaching, which is great for helping you through the process, no matter where you're at with it too. So check out my website, sparksofdivinelighealing.com, if you need me. We're going to do this reading starting with the divine feminine. A lot coming up for the flames too, as the universe is trying to work you guys into union. We have a lot of union energies in the air right now too. We're integrating a lot of energies. The past few days, we saw the auroras globally. Again, this is, I always say, signs of the ascension, and the space weather's doing that too, right? So we've been getting hit with a lot of energies, to say the least, lately. And we're kind of seeing the effects of these energies, and we're definitely feeling them too. Okay, so we're going to start with divine feminine. Divine masculine, if you are watching, direct messages from your feminine. When times got tough, I gave up too soon. You might be working on your own patterns. Both twin flames are. Divine feminine, be mindful of your own toxic patterns, habits, and even sabotaging things that might be coming up during this time. Some of you guys might be dealing with a runner situation, or you might be kind of becoming the runner and detaching, disconnecting, and I mean that on the energetic and the spiritual level too, from this situation. It just kind of depends. Now, when we're dealing with Chiron and Aries, which we've been dealing with a lot of Aries energy, whether from several of these eclipses this year, or even Chiron and Aries, we're dealing with healing ourselves and working on ourselves. Divine feminine, you're being guided to work on codependent patterns. And this is what tends to repel your masculine when you're in that, when you're in these wounded aspects. So healing for these areas that might be coming up. You have a lot of self-work. I know Aries self-work that might be coming up during this time. Continuing to work on your healing journey. I'm haunted by us. I didn't follow my heart, and now I don't know how to let you go. This person's on your mind all of the time. Know that you are too. You guys both, even if apart, spend so much time thinking about each other. So when we have this Jupiter energy, and it's like Jupiter and Gemini, there's a lot of thinking energy, but it's a lot of reflecting energy coming up during this time. And this is where you're getting that spiritual growth, or you're getting that greater knowledge too. You're both thinking about each other a lot, but also reflecting on yourself too. Your divine masculine has come into your life and changed everything about it. Many of you guys, not for everyone, but a lot of you guys haven't had anything romantic since you met them. You're like, what? Yes. Okay. They've even affected you in so many different areas of your life. Like you know, this is your person. I was reading a lot about imprinting. Okay. And this is something with divine counterparts with twin flames too, where you guys probably in that love bubble have kind of imprinted something upon the other. Okay. So a lot of you guys haven't had any other romantic partners, whether you're with your divine masculine in union or you're not in union and you're wanting union. This has shaken up a lot of areas of your life. So a lot of the divine feminine has been spending a lot of time alone and healing. Like I was trying to point this out. Like when your divine masculine isn't around, you're alone. They're usually not. They're with friends, they're staying busy, they're with families, they're doing things. But it's different on your side. You've been spending so much time by yourself. And that is, for some, the separations or separation energy that you must heal, that you're having to face that. You're having to face that, I'll say emptiness, that vast, to be okay on your own in some type of way, right? And to heal that, because many of you guys weren't before meeting this person. So this person, maybe some of you guys are in union, maybe some of you guys are working towards union, maybe some of you guys have had to navigate separation spaces. And the separation spaces can be very painful and bring a lot of uncertainty too. Just kind of depends on where you're at. I see you in the face of strangers. You're always with me. You might be constantly reminded of this person. Like I said, you're thinking about each other a lot. I worried you've moved on and this is all in my head. Is it? Do you still think about me? And you might feel like that too. This person might be staying very, very busy right now. You might feel like they have like this whole other life, right? Like that they seem unfazed and by it, but you're going through a lot from this too. They haven't moved on despite how things may look. I'm coming to you with an offer. Will you say yes when I offer my hand? Will you take it? A lot of you guys want romantic connection with this person. You want a real relationship. You want union. I said you want it all with this person. You're ready for that. You've been doing that inner work to shift into that state. It just kind of depends on where you're at with that. Our love was too intense for me to handle. I needed a break away. Things can get very fiery, passionate, and even intense, right? I was saying the sparks between you both, right? Can be very, mosquito, can be very intense. For you guys, meant to be in a good way too, but it might get emotionally intense with you guys too. I ran because I wasn't ready for you. I said some of you guys are in that runner mode and not realizing it too, especially if you're kind of seeing that in your partner too, needing to really face and heal some things within yourself. We have this shadow side. So this is bringing up the flaws, things that you're not happy about. You might be in this energy. I don't want to say shame energy. You might be in this shame energy about aspects of yourself or how you acted or things said or what's come up. You're doing more shadow work during this time. That's what Chiron is. It brings, we'll call it churns to the surface, brings to the surface unhealed aspects where we need to work on or focus on ourselves more too. I've been working on myself. So you're working on yourself during this time. You might know that you're in this space of it. I need to tell you the truth. This connection requires you to get completely honest with this person, or it will repel them, or even with yourself about certain things too. They can tell when you're not aligned to. It requires a deeper alignment. I can't go another day without you. You might have a really hard time when this person isn't talking to you, and things like that. Or if they're ignoring you or whatever it is, like, or not giving you a lot, you have a hard time even going a day apart from this person. I hate seeing you with them. All right, we have honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. Many of you guys are being guided to get back into that flirty, lighthearted energy, that kind of love bubble energy, but you might have things blocking you from that too. This is time to take back control of yourself, your energy, and your life. Time to free yourself. You're freeing yourself from relationship patterns that are no longer serving you. This could be toxic habits, things that you need to work on within yourself. This connection is here to kind of I don't want to use the word detach you from a lot of things. And it's here to free you from certain things. It's here to help break you out of the matrix and awaken you. That is what your DM does, whatever they're doing with you, whatever narratives are playing out, whatever's going on with you. But we have codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. And this is something that might be coming up across the collective, where you're being guided to look at This could be toxic patterns, or this could be things within yourself, or even actual addictions that are kind of weighing you down, and it just kind of depends. For some, it might be this relationship that you're becoming overly dependent on it in some type of way, and you're being guided to like work on yourself. It's breaking out of old patterns. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. You know this is your flame. You know this is your person no matter how it is going. So you know that you've met this person. So many people do. I do so many interesting conversations on this topic, obviously, right? Okay. And I was talking to someone, I said, usually it could be different for relationships. Usually you're made aware that this is your flame, like on some type of level. It could be direct download from source, spirit. It could be things you're seeing. Obviously, you're probably really, really guided into this topic. And there's all sorts of signs that you're going to receive, right? A lot of twin flames, you'll be seeing 1111 around the connection. You'll be seeing all of these dreams, messages. And usually, and I can talk about my own experience a lot because I do, and other people's, because I'm always kind of compiling information on this. Usually, right off when you meet this person. But it's like the energy gets intense, and this is where the fears, doubts, worries, insecurities, and traumas come to the surface. I feel this is part of the Kundalini activation and cleansing that twin flames go through too. And so oftentimes there's trauma that we have stored in our energy field, and this stuff comes to the surface. It can push apart the twin flames because you guys are very magnetic at your core when you're in your highest frequency, but sometimes there's more work to be done, okay? And so usually it's not usually until you're in these separations that you begin to really question things and yourself and the connection and everything about it, right? And stuff like that. But this is your person. If you guys do need confirmation, make sure you're booking a reading with me. Calling in your soulmate. And so this is for twin flame though, okay? So we're going to switch it around because this is a twin flame reading. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations will help to bring you together. Stay positive about your situation. We're manifesting fast. You're manifesting this as you go. You are so powerful. Twin flame is meant to empower you, even though it doesn't always feel like that. It's meant to help you to energetically take back your energy and your power on many different levels. And your twin flame is here to help you to do that. Try to stay positive about what it is that you want. This is sometimes what I ask myself at different spaces of like, what do you really want in life, right? Like soul searching. What do you really want? What are you really trying to manifest? What are you really trying to bring in? And sometimes it's like asking these deeper questions and figuring out what we do want. And so this is important too. Okay, if you're in a separation, know that your love is always there despite any distance. Actually, this could be your twin flame, if they're the ones initiating it, it's because you need it in some type of way to balance emotionally and energetically. And so it depends on what's going on. If you're in a separation, try to use this space to heal yourself more. Try to forgive this person. You're learning deep lessons with this person that can be very challenging. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment. Some things from the past might be coming up, and this is like past timelines surfacing for you to heal different things at different times. You might be closing out previous relationships. A lot of the divine feminine had really horrible relationships in the past and had to learn a lot of karmic lessons in order to get into the twin flame union, right? And you guys have had to integrate a lot of that, but it's left a lot of deep wounds, insecurities, and issues within relationships. Having gone through some of this, you're being guided to heal some of that. So you're being guided to really work on healing your heart chakra. You want to heal and fix this connection, whether you've made that aware to your partner. You want to be with this person. You want to heal things. There's always going to be a reunion. You're always going to make your way back to each other, no matter how it feels, right? Reminding you of that you guys can't stay away from each other, but you're wanting to get it right in these spaces. So you might be feeling kind of guilty right now and feeling pain from any damage that you caused. That can be very painful to face, ways that you might have ruined things or whatever, your side of things, we'll say. So we have that energy coming up. So we have this pain, right? Chiron pain, not to be so gloomy today and you that coming to video, right? We are dealing with painful areas, and it has been. And that's how you know that this is your person, because you are transmuting a lot of deep pain. A lot of this comes back to past lifetimes and even your family line and things that you need to heal. Things are going to go different than you planned, but you're going to get the outcome that you want with this. For many, that's union. Trust the path right now. Okay, so we have this Your divine masculine coming through the reading, they're trying to empower you. We were talking about the Aries, Chiron, and so it's like, yeah, we got to transmute and heal these wounds. It's meant to empower you in these areas, because wounds are like places we're not real good, lack, things we need to improve, things we need to work on. And as you heal and transmute these spaces, it's going to make you very, very powerful. Your divine masculine might be someone who's awakened, or is someone here to help you to awaken. Even if you're already awakened, spiritual union brings you a lot of new awakenings, right? And things like that. So this is someone meant to help you to take back your power. And you might notice that. Trust the path right now. Trust the messages that you're getting. A lot of times, especially when you're by yourself or spending time alone, because even in union, we're encouraged to do that in spiritual awakening, kind of do our own things and our own activities. You're getting a lot of higher awareness and insights and even downloads through this connection. Really trust what you're picking up on right now. You're being guided home. This is like a mission work, right? Many of you guys have beautiful gifts and abilities, and you're being guided to tap into these and to use this more, especially when you're fully connected and merged with the energy of twin flame. You're going to have a lot of creative energy. You're going to have a lot of energy anyways to be getting things done. And twin flame is about upgrading yourself as a person and even your life in many different areas. You're being guided to do some type of divine mission work to help the planet, right? And it could manifest in many different ways. All right, this is cutting through the illusions. Your divine masculine sees through your illusions anyway. Sometimes illusions are to protect ourselves, right? We go into, because we're doing a reading for divine feminine, that masculine energy, and it's very strong and repelling to our divine masculine too. You need to change how you're viewing things and change your perception. This could be seeing their side of things. We have that Jupiter energy from Gemini, and this is all about seeing the other side of things, or seeing other people's perspective. It just kind of depends. So you're integrating a lot of healing right now. Make sure you're doing more energy work. This is going to help you so much. Like I was explaining to someone the other day, I forget, I said, I'm into this energy work, obviously. Hello, right? Okay, and it will help you a lot. So do more energy work to work on your healing. It's going to help you to integrate more of the higher frequency energies, and we need to raise up our frequency and integrate into the 5D. We're all shifting out of that 3D version of ourselves into a 5D version of yourself. And we require a lot of activations and upgrades and healings to do that, right? Check out my website. I have tons of twin flame healings and activations on there. Okay, you've been taking on a lot of energy. You might be an empath or sensitive to energies. Know that your divine masculine is too. Sometimes they get overwhelmed by your energy. Sometimes divine feminine tends to be more emotional or whatever it is, and hopefully, usually divine masculine has learned to become more emotionally balanced and things like that. You're taking on a lot of energy, but it's ending a cycle. They might feel stressed out right now. Your divine masculine and overloaded could be from your energy or even things they're going through. You're being guided to release the fear and anxiety. So sometimes we're having to purge out and release a lot of old energies. That's a big part of the twin flame journey, but it's also a huge part of the ascension journey, is to release fear, worry, doubt, and lower frequency energy that comes to the surface. So as we're elevating, like the frequencies going up with the planet, we're having to integrate a lot of higher frequency energies. So naturally the lower frequency energies are rising to the surface, and we're having to deal with that. So we're having to clear a lot of things very, very fast. Make sure you're not staying in that state of fear and trying to stay focused on good things, because we have this manifestation card that came through earlier for the divine feminine. So stay focused on those manifestations, stay focused on those goals, and more importantly, stay focused on your union and healing things. We have the Knight of Swords. They're going to come in fast. Usually this is them impulsive when they're ready. They might be reflecting. We have that Jupiter energy, which is reflecting about things, but we also have this Chiron energy, which is healing the connections and relationships that are important to us. They've already decided they want you, this person. I know, right? They might come in really, really strong or unexpected, or things could shift anytime. This is your reminder that things could shift anytime within your situation, and to stay positive and that you're always working towards that. We have this King of Pentacles, and they are a provider and protector. They might not always be around if if they're not, but they come in when you need them. Trust me on that. And they know that. They might have a sixth sense and call you if, you know, you're going through something, right? Or if you need them in some type of way, or they sense that you're now, I don't want to say danger, right? You're in danger, like, right? They will be there. You're like, what? They're that divine, awakened divine masculine. Now, some of them might have been focused on like money and work and all the stuff that we work on planet Earth, and things like that, and thinking that, you know, that would make them a better partner. But it's actually, they're loyal to you. And even if you feel that they haven't been, they are loyal to you in this connection when you're not around. This is indicating someone that you guys have been in separations. Now, this might not be for everyone, this message, but it's going to be for some of you guys, that when you guys have navigated spaces apart, neither one of you have had an interest in other people. You've still always been loyal to this union and to this connection since you've met, because we talked about this in the beginning and things like that. So this is someone that is very loyal to you in this connection, even if apart, even if you guys are like questioning it, you're not sure, right? They want you. They know this. All right, so we have the Strength in reverse, healing your vulnerabilities and weaknesses, right? These are areas we need to focus on. We need to bring compassion and healing to these areas. You might have low self-esteem. This might be fear and anxiety, but it could be coming up as a block in the connection if you're acting out of sabotaging or lower behaviors. Your twin flame is going to bring out your best, and the at times can bring out your worst. That even shocks you when you're like, I don't like this person, and they probably don't either, right? So you're needing to heal the areas where you're feeling not enough, not lovable. You're like, what? Right? Whatever it is, this is a very inner child healing coming up with Chiron, even past lifetimes, because we've been working on this stuff many lifetimes. We have the Queen of Cups, and like, this is, you're in love, and you know that. You have deep feelings for this person. You care deeply about this person. You have a lot of love and unconditional love for this person. You know what I mean? You're in touch with your intuition, you're empathic, and you know that. You know this is your person, you know you want them, and you're in love with this person. So this is a very deep love card. Oftentimes you guys are remembering your past life love connections too, of why you feel that way. Sometimes twin flames are like love at first sight. Depends on your situation though, right? But oftentimes, because obviously love can take time to build and grow and nurture. But a lot of you guys know that. Needing to clear the painful energies, we'll say from your energy field, that are coming up as blocks within this connection for you. Needing to do heart chakra work right now, Divine Feminine. And needing to let go of lessons from the past. This could be from previous connections or even things you've been through with your Divine Masculine. Oftentimes Divine Masculine triggers these things to the surface and they have to deal with it, but they weren't always the one who caused that hurt. Okay, we're going to do a reading for the Divine Masculine just to see what's going on. Make sure you check out my website. I have healings up for today's alignment. I know I have ones up for today's Chiron and Jupiter energy. We want to be tapping into that. We can do some healing, and it's going to help us to obviously get rid of things in the way, but also tap it into abundance today. Jupiter's nice, lucky energy. You might be needing it. You might be praying for a miracle. I can't remember that song, but I had it in my head for days. I need a miracle. Great. You might be praying for miracles, healings in your situation, right? Needing the divine. Hint, hint. So Jupiter can bring us a lot of soul growth very fast. Sometimes we don't like that. Okay. Let's do Divine Masculine. Okay, Divine Masculine, Collective Divine Feminine. If you're watching direct messages from your masculine, bingo, right here. I couldn't go against my family to be with you. Also friends. They're afraid of what other people will think of this connection. I always say probably because I'm going to hate saying this. They might have trash talked you to everyone. And so then some of them are like, oh, you wonder what the block is, right? Like, they might have spent a lot of time talking to other people in a negative light about you if there were separations, and now they're having a hard time. Because then the same people they're worried will judge them about this connection. Ooh. So we have this. I don't know why. And usually it's nothing that you're doing. Okay, so I'm going to go into, someone asked me why I was posting about attachment stuff yesterday, because twin flame will bring it to the surface. I think all relationships do, but sometimes we don't have that level of awareness when we're dealing with the karmics until later with the twin flame, because it's like, then you really get into a lot of the healing, okay? And it's much more of a mirror. So when we deal with avoidant attachment, when we deal with fearful avoidant and dismissive avoidant, oftentimes fearful avoidant had a really toxic, maybe even we could say abusive childhood, and that you guys have adapted that avoidance pattern out of safe, keeping yourself safe, right? And things like that. And this goes to the fear spectrum and things like that. With dismissive avoidant, because oftentimes, sometimes the masculines may have learned to in childhood lean into some of these attachment styles. And with the dismissive, it was the opposite. You guys had a parent that like never gave you space and freedom. And so if you have your masculine that really needs their own core identity, they need their own life, they need a lot of space, they need a lot of freedom, when they feel that you're asking too many questions about what they're doing, they lean dismissive. This is because usually they had a parent or parents that didn't give them any of that, that they're so enmeshed with their parent. It could still be now, because oftentimes they don't let them go, right? Okay, but in childhood, right, because this is formed in childhood. So if you have a masculine that leans on very dismissive, right, this could go to, this is why, and it goes down to the childhood dynamics and how they've learned how to feel secure, and why they may need a lot of space, and why they may lean into certain patterns that get triggered on the divine union kind of thing, right? So sometimes we see this too with some of these patterns of, I'll just say, what may repel them and things like that. Now, it is through the twin flame journey that a lot of, on both sides, you guys are dealing with some of these patterns so that you can shift into being more secure. And I think that a lot of this, they feel that we don't just have the one attachment style, like as I'll say prophesized, proposed. I've done a lot of studying into this stuff too, right? Okay, and I'm a healer. But anyways, is that we could have different things activated at different points on the twin flame journey that come up or come to the surface, that we might, have these things come up, especially if we're dealing with, number one, anxieties, fears, runner dynamic and pattern, or different things like that. But also having our partner learn how to love us, but to interact in a way that we feel free and that we can still take our space if needed. Especially as twin flame, we're needing to process a lot of our own, keyword own, complex emotions and things that we're going through, traumas, things coming to the surface, or even just time and space to reflect and to connect with the universe too. So we do have certain things that are triggered on this dynamic too, and this might help you to understand that if your divine masculine has like too much boundaries, some of this may have been needed due to their own dynamics long before they met you, of why these things formed. But also, I believe that on the twin flame journey, we can both sides become more conscious and aware of our patterns, so that we can shift out of patterns that are no longer serving us and to open up to love and the union. Okay, this isn't for everyone, but some of you guys, I cheated you out of real love. I ghosted you because of my own insecurities. And so if you've dealt with the divine masculine, I just call it running, but it could be ghosting, ignoring, rejecting you. This will get to you, obviously, right? Of going through it on the divine feminine side. You could have this person who regularly shuts you out, won't take your calls, won't answer your messages, won't respond. They might come in and out. You're like, okay, well, I'd get rid of this person, but you're not able to, right? You're not able to. Sorry, I put these ones back. You're not able to fully because it's your twin flame, right? And so this is important too, because a lot of you guys are dealing with navigating some of this energy when you know that like this is hard for you, that you can't anyways kind of get rid of this person because this is like your twin flame anyways. So you know that about this person, that like you're like they might come in and out, they might come as hot and cold, they might be not sure, or they could be fully on ghosting you and they tried to get rid of the connection only to find that it's not going anywhere, as it's a twin flame connection and it's different. I'm in love with you and I'm ready to take action. I want to build a beautiful life with you. This person knows that they want to be with you, that they're in love with you, and that they actually want a connection with you in a really, really big way, okay? So they know that. They know that they want to be with you. They've done that soul searching. They want to build a life with you. No one ever loved me again the way you did. I never appreciated you till you were gone. Sometimes it's in those spaces of being gone that we do the most soul searching. So if you guys have been working towards union, I feel this is the design, because it's such an intense, powerful connection, that can literally tear apart realities and create them, right? That energy, it's powerful energy behind it, that this person has done a lot of soul searching. They want you. I feel like you're on the other side of my every breath. I knew you were right, but I couldn't admit it to myself or to you. The thought of you with someone else drives me crazy. And that's a question I ask. Like, do they even care? Right? If they lose you, right? Yes, they do care. They might not always show their feelings, but they care deeply about you, Divine Feminine, if you're asking that. I'm on my way to you. Some of you guys might be meeting up. This could just be a date, dinner, I say movies, seeing each other. They could show up or show up for you in a way. I don't want to be toxic anymore. They will never compare to you. They might know that no one could ever replace you. Okay, so we have, I'm ready for commitment. I was selfish and stuck in my ego. I've been manifesting you, and this is a reoccurring message. This person is trying to manifest you in union. They're watching you to see, I don't want to say make sure, to see that you're healed enough or how you're doing. They have their eyes on you, even if apart. Okay, there will be a reconciliation. They're going to return into your life. And this could be a new cycle. You might not feel like that. Just really pay attention to things coming up for you, Divine Masculine. You're being guided to work on your healing to prepare for this. So there will be some type of reconciliation if you're apart. This could be reunion, check it points to see if you guys are ready. It could be full on union too. This is a past life connection. I love this because I have a past life healing up for today. Chiron deals with past life and past life wounds. This is a past life connection. This is why you feel each other so strongly. Okay, we have these commitment cards coming up big time, okay? That your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. This can bring up fears about things or feeling not ready. Make sure you're making the effort, right? To, like, whether this is trying to text your flame more, reach out, communicate, call them more, act like you care. Make sure you're putting in that effort. Make sure you're really following your guidance as to what to be doing during this time too. With this, so we have a lot of this stuff coming up. So we have that commitment message coming up too, that they want you in their future. They want you in their life. They don't see a future without you. You're the only person they want to be with. Pay attention to the red flags though that are coming up. This could be with things within yourself or within your partner too that you're seeing. All right, you're unsatisfied, you're not happy, or your Divine Feminine, because the Divine Feminine is on this card, isn't happy with how things have been going or how things are going. They might expect more of you or a higher level of commitment, which might be an issue for the masculine according to these cards. It just kind of depends. So it just kind of depends. I have my cards mixed up, but we're going to do this. All right, so make sure that you're changing negative patterns and habits and things like that so you can be a better partner too. You have a lot of regret, and your Divine Feminine has a lot of regret about things that have happened. This could be things that are said, how things went. They feel like they've missed an opportunity and didn't act when they should have. So we have the Divine Feminine coming through big time in your reading. All right, really finding yourself, remembering you can do anything. We have this empowering energy, really remembering that you can do anything that you set your mind to right now. You're being guided to harmonize and shift into that inner alignment to help with the outer union happening too. Really aligning your energy. This Divine Feminine, they are your queen, right? They are your literal queen, just as you're meant to shift into that king energy. Just as when we're playing chess, the queen is a very important piece. They're a very important puzzle piece to your life of what you've been looking for deep down. That can be scary once you guys finally meet this person though. All right, you're having a spiritual awakening. You're being guided to make certain shifts in your life, or the universe is going to do it for you. We never like when the universe does it for us too. This might be bringing an awakening. Awakening can bring a lot of energy fast into our life and a lot of changes. So changes in the air. You're being guided to shift this into union. And things like that. Make sure you're working on your throat chakra. Make sure that you're communicating better, speaking your truth, and expressing yourself better. This clears up misunderstandings and communication. I know Divine Masculine has been working on doing that and communicating better. You are enough. Time to let go of expectations. With all of this, both of you may need to. Something my masculine told me yesterday, right, about expectations. Both of you may need to with it. I think we have a lot of relationship expectations of how relationships should look and how they should go. Jokes aside, right? So we all have that, this preconceived template of the 3D, how we want things to go. And sometimes twin flame is anything but in these 5D connections. We have the 9 of Swords. You might be up late at night thinking about this person. You might be someone who stays up late at night anyway. This is overcoming any fear, anxiety, or worrying. You might be having a lot of dreams or even not the greatest dreams right now. This is part of the twin flame journey. It can really activate and unlock things. So you might be kind of, we'll say, thinking about this person a lot late at night or when you're going to bed, right? When you're by yourself. We have the 6 of Swords. Some of you guys are going through a journey. I call this my spiritual pilgrimage card. This is a period of healing. You're being guided to let go of drama and to move on from hardships and hard times. You're releasing past baggage, but this could indicate travel or traveling overseas. I love this card because I'm getting ready to make a travel, right? Okay, some of you guys are getting ready to make a travel. This could be overseas. This could be a trip with your twin flame or to see your twin flame or to connect or reconnect with your twin flame or just to go on holiday with them. If you're living in different places, especially different countries, this might be a message for you too because this can add things. I know a lot of people meet their twin flame and they live apart, whether living on the other side of the country or world or whatever. And this can add a lot of stress and challenge to the situation because sometimes it's the external factors too. With twin flame, you guys might have all different situations. Everyone is unique and different, and it depends on what kind of blueprint that you're playing out. And so this can indicate, you know, seeing each other too. So this could indicate reunion or traveling to each other. It just kind of depends. Only take what resonates. All right, so some of you guys, Divine Masculine, maybe they didn't want to make that trip, right? So we have, this is staying home, and like, this is like if you guys were being guided to move to be closer to your Divine Feminine or with your twin flame or to live with them, you didn't make that move. There's a block there, and that you've chosen to kind of stay where you're at. Okay, so we have the King of Cups, and this is like, you might be dealing with anxiety and depression, especially apart from your twin flame. They might not know that. They might think you're fine and great. But internally, you're dealing with also the purge of letting go of a lot of lower frequency energies very fast. You've been purging a lot from this connection. Okay, so we have the Justice in reverse. This is usually my ending of a cycle. And when it comes up in the twin flame reading, it's like letting go of the past. This could be with your twin flame, but most likely it has nothing to do with your twin flame. It's the karmic cycles of your life that have been keeping you stuck. It's clearing some type of cycle. This can also indicate starting over with your twin flame. We have the 7 of Pentacles. This is hard work about to pay off. You're manifesting, and this union is in the batch. So when we deal with the 7, it's like 7 coins, right? One of those is union, and you got 6 other areas you're trying to manifest, right? You're like the gardener. You're tending your manifestations. And what did I see? Like when you plant corn, it's not going to sprout overnight. You got to keep tending it. It's like this grass I'm trying to grow, right? Okay. Anyways, you plant your corn seeds and they're not going to sprout overnight. You have to keep tending it. And that's how your manifestations are. So your hard work is going to pay off. You're going to have a beautiful lasting union and a harmonized union with this person because you have the harmonized card. And you're going to come into union with this person, but it's something that right now you're manifesting. It might be on your mind. It might be something you're thinking about. You might be clearing blocks to get there. We have the Chariot. And usually this is my Cancer card and kind of moving fast. You might feel like you're just kind of letting go and going with the flow. You have obstacles and blocks coming up. This is wanting to control the situation and feeling out of control. You might be feeling that this relationship or union is lacking direction and that it's past your control right now, and you're just kind of going with the flow of the universe. For the Divine Masculine right now, pay attention to your guidance right now and to what you're being guided to do about the situation. Really pay attention to your intuition and the deeper insights that are coming to you. It's going to help you to navigate this union. Okay, I'm going in that note anyways, but I'm going to be around if you guys need me for any type of readings, healings, anything like that, classes, coaching. Check out my website, sparksofdivinelighealing.com. Have a beautiful day.